Big news in Argentina. That's really been the story in our chat room since last night. We gave you a list of Argentina stocks. If you picked them up early this morning, they've been doing great. Man, so you have a libertarian president coming in, winning the election. Make sure this link is working properly. Hold on, because usually you got more of you folks in here at this time. Looks like to be working. All right. So libertarian coming in, taking over a socialist government, and that's good for business, right? Thesis is as simple as that. So I found a Argentina ETF called ARGT. We digged in a little bit and checked the fund holdings, and you can see the asset allocation here. We were able to populate our watch list with a lot of Argentina stocks, and I found some other ones on social media. So I've been talking about the top ones I've really been talking about here. It's ARGT, the ETF, MELI, MELI. Look at this. It's only up 2.6%. Look at the rest of the Argentina stocks. ARGT up 13%. Guess what? 29% of ARGT is in MELI. Okay. It's only up 2.6%. Everything else, look at this. 26%, 15%, 21%, 20%, 15%. When we gave you this list early this morning, these things were only up 8 to 15%. Now they're up like 15 to 25%. So already big moves just from early this morning. And I think MELI has much room, could have much more room to go. You see it's going up right now. I think the only reason why it's up 3% and not up 15, 20% is because it's a $1,500 stock, which doesn't appeal to retail. So I think you're going to see more institutions coming in at the open, potentially taking us up higher. We're going to look at the charts and targets and dig into this a little bit later. Just want to talk about big picture. All right, big picture, a couple other thoughts I have. What stocks could do the best? Which Argentina stocks? And it appears to be energy and finance. And I don't know the details of what's going on in socialist Argentina, but I've seen on the news over the years that energy is something that's very high profile in the news that they do price fixing on, right? So energy companies may be making a lower profit than otherwise. And I've also seen them like seize profits and things like that. Crazy stuff around energy I've seen in socialist countries. So maybe that's why YPF is up 26%. Take a look at YPF. Go to profile on YPF. It's an energy company. Here we go. The company is operating a fully integrated oil and gas chain. The company operates through the segments, including exploration and production downstream. All right, so it's oil and gas, right? Up 26%. So I went through this list, said what other things are oil and gas? And here we go. PAM and TGS. And I think this is even up sharply since I mentioned it this morning. Look at this. 40 to 42. PAM is also an energy company in Argentina, and TGS as well. And you can see these just exploding. So can these two energy stocks, PAM and TGS, kind of catch up with YPF? All right. That's one of the possible plays here. Look at this. YPF just exploding. What's the market cap on YPF? $4.2 billion. PAM, $2 billion. TGS, $1.5 billion. Okay, so these are all legit companies, up 27.7% right now. Honestly, you can probably throw a dart today at any Argentina company and do well, at least in the early pre-market. It gets a little tougher at the open, but I have to say, here's the other thought I have, is that I don't think this is going to be a one-day move. Now, playing it at the open might be difficult, right? Are things just going to gap and run right at the open? That might be difficult. But if you look at the big picture, if you pull back a few months from now and you look at the chart, I bet you the candle that's created today is the beginning of a larger run, because this is massive. You're changing a company from being socialist to basically capitalist, right? That's a massive, massive positive impact for the economy over there. But I do want to say, I've seen, I don't know Argentina politics very well, but I have seen some suggestion that the president will not be able to enact everything because the parliament that has to pass some of these laws is maybe not fully on board with them, or it doesn't have there's some speculation here. Be careful of that risk. Okay, so these top three here, YPF, PAM, and TGS, are the energy companies. Then below that, most of these are financial companies, and financial companies doing pretty well too, because I guess that's also a highly regulated industry with a the country kind of limits their profit. Some other items here. We have Agro and Arco. Now, Agro and Arco, I did some digging into these, and they don't seem as compelling. Like all of the ones up here, from YPF to GGAL, these are all Argentina companies, straight up Argentina companies. Okay. Meli, actually, I don't even think is pure Argentina, but it's the largest one. Let me just check. Let's see what they say. It's Uruguay based, but it's a facilitator of, it says Argentina origins. So it's e-commerce in Latin America. All right. It's e-commerce in Latin America. Okay. Now, these other ones, though, I think are purely Argentina. YPF through GGAL, Grupo Fund. All right. Then you have Agro and Arco. Why are they even here? Because they are in the ARGT ETF. Okay. Agro is an agriculture company. Arco, man, what was Arco? Arco is a McDonald's franchisee. Okay. So these are the bottom of my list because Agro is not just in Argentina. Like, they have some assets in Argentina, and Arco is like a McDonald's franchisee, which is all over the place also, right? All over Latin America, not just Argentina. So those are at the bottom of the list. And I guess unsurprisingly, they are performing, the least best, right? But there's a possibility that ARGT just sends everything up, right? Every holding they have, the algos or whatever, people are buying ARGT, they'll be forced to also buy Agro and Arco. So even though these aren't like pure plays, maybe there's an opportunity in there. Arco up 2%, Agro up 11%. Maybe they're going to try to catch up with ARGT. But if you ask me, I like the energy plays and the Meli. I like the Meli because it's only up 2.76% versus 12%. And my thesis is it's just psychological reasons, pre-market, retail's not participating, and it's going to catch up after the open, right? That's the thesis on Meli. And then don't forget, 29% of ARGT is in Meli. Meli also has stock options, by the way, $1,500 stock. And then I like the energy companies, YPF, PAM, TGS. I don't know enough about the finance sector, but look, if you throw a dart at any of these things at some point throughout the day, I highly doubt that the high of the day is going to be at the open. You might get a pullback at the open, but then, I think at some point, looking back, this is probably going to be an open green candle. That's my point, right? The close of the day on probably all of these or most of these is going to be higher than the open of the day. It may be difficult playing the open because you're getting large gaps. You may pull down and then go up later. So I just think that the news is not like, it's not like fake news, right? It's not like superficial news where you'd get a pop at the open and sell off all day. This is real, fundamentally impacting news, which deserves an open green candle. So lots of opportunities here. We'll come back to this. I want to go to my other list, the macro review, and then the top picks. And then we'll dig into what maybe would be in the top 5 and start looking at charts. So macro, nothing going on. And that's just the way I like it. This is perfect. TLT down 0.4%, RK up 0.5%, IWM, nothing going on. Beautiful. I love this stability, relative stability we're seeing in pre-market. It makes it an excellent, USO's up a little bit. What's going on there? It makes it an excellent environment for stocks to do well on catalysts, or to react more, logically based on catalysts, more predictably. All right, so now let's head on to this top pick list and see what's there. You can see I already threw in ARGT and Meli. All right, we got to talk about CRISPR. So the things that I really want to focus on here is CRISPR, AMAT. We'll talk about Microsoft. Then Lilly and Novo Nordisk are always going to be top of mind here with all the recent news. All right, let's start. We got some time. I like how I don't have to rush now because we're going through 10 a.m. But Microsoft, there's news here, but I don't know how to play this. I mean, Sam Altman fired at OpenAI, lots of drama over the weekend, and then Microsoft hires Sam Altman, and I think his colleague. I think the story is still developing. So I just think we have better opportunities. A lot of people are focused on this, trading this, but how do you play this? It's just crazy volatile. It's been unexpected twists and turns all weekend long. The twists and turns are probably not over. So why bother? All right. Don't see a kind of clear direction based on what we know. And I just think we have better plays. All right. So we also have Boeing. Boeing gets an upgrade from, who is it from? Let's see if I can find it here. All right, here it is. Deutsche Bank. They went from neutral to buy with a $270 price target. And I don't know what price target they had before. It's possible they didn't have a price target before because I don't see it mentioned here. And it's maybe when they were hold, they didn't have a price target, but now they're at 270. So let's look at this Boeing chart for a second. And we can see we're up to 211. This is the reaction. This spike here is the reaction to this Deutsche Bank buy rating. It's up a couple percent to 211. It's gapping up above the 200-day moving average. So that's all beautiful. This is also a defense company that benefits from war. Okay, so let's go to the weekly. Let's look at the weekly here. Okay, so I like the support lines here at the 20-week moving average, the 200-day moving average. These are all maybe nice places to take an entry on this positive news, together with the fact that defense is pretty good right now. So Boeing, something to look at. I think we probably had better things, but Boeing, I'm going to put it probably in the top 5 to monitor, and it's up there in the top 5. Okay. Then we have CRISPR, which, we've been on top of this, and let's just look at the levels. It's up a few percent in pre-market, right around $70. It hit $71.90 this morning. So this is a tough chart, but I'd like to go to the weekly on this. It's a little more clear. All right, there's the weekly. You can see the 72 resistance. In pre-market, it hit 71.89, I believe. Right, so people are watching that, and that's a real level. So that's the level of beat today, 72. I imagine it'll see resistance there again during the regular hours. If it happens to reach there, it'll probably get resisted there again, pull back, and then hopefully we'll see a retest and then see if it breaks on the retest or gets rejected again. But the two levels I'm looking at is this candle resistance at 72 and the 200 DMA, 200-week moving average at 79.53. Okay, those are my next two levels on CRISPR. Now, something to note on CRISPR. Let's go to our app. Let's get the data that I put in here because I don't remember the date myself. Sorry about this. I hit submit like 7 times because it wasn't responding. All right, so CRISPR. Where is it? Is it in here? Did it come before this? It came before the Argentina news. So before the Argentina news, I did some research on CRISPR, and this is what I found out. All right. So we had the UK approval, but the US approval is scheduled for December 8th. The decision is scheduled for December 8th. And let me just read what I wrote here. There's a risk this can be a sell the news event upon approval if the stock keeps running into that event, right? 72, 79.50, wherever your technical resistances are, and it keeps on running. And then December 8th comes and it gets approved, the stock can sell off on that news. So keep that scenario in mind. Also, it's possible the FDA does not approve it. I know it doesn't seem likely, but it's certainly, I don't think the FDA is automatically going to do whatever the UK does. So it's certainly possible the FDA doesn't approve it or ask for more data or something like that. So conclusion, it might be wise to reduce some before that December 8th event. So just keep that in mind because I did get very excited last week and I bought a lot for my long-term account, but I didn't realize you had a PDUFA date in just 3 weeks. So that's a risk. And if it keeps on going up and I'm doing well on this, I'm probably going to reduce my position in my long-term account before December 8th. Okay. And you can see the chart clearly here, the level 72 and 79-ish on CRISPR. All right. So that's going to be in the top 5. All right. Applied Materials. We went through this thesis on Friday. It had a good day. We had this kind of correct. You see how it spiked up hard after the open. So this was the stock, just a reminder, they beat their earnings by 5-6% and they guided for a 12% beat on EPS. And the PE is also fairly low on this. So this should have gone up into the 170s or so when we did that re-rating calculation, but it went down because of the criminal probe, right? And we gave you the thesis that, hey, this is probably not a big deal. Market kind of agreed with that. I think there could be more to come here. I think we could see some quick rebounds back to, maybe where it was before earnings, into the mid 150s or something. Okay, so beautiful open red candle. So we're going to keep AMAT up there in the top 5 to monitor that as well. All right, so let me just reorder this a little bit. Boeing on the upgrade. Then we have Lilly and Novo Nordisk. Okay, then we have the Argentina stocks. Okay. So you know the story of Lilly, and I'm looking for all-time highs on Lilly, 628.81. I'm looking for all-time highs on Novo Nordisk. Is that all-time highs actually? Yeah, probably. All right. So we're looking for all-time highs on Novo Nordisk, both for the same catalyst, but Lilly's a little bit ahead with all the news that they've had. So Novo Nordisk, I think it's 104. So let me just see where we are here in pre-market. 102, 103 is over there. So, all right, we're going to watch these, keep them in the top 5 or so. Top picks. Let's see. Joseph from the community asked me to look at Peloton. So Peloton, man, today's a huge day. Should be a lot more people on right now. Usually you get like 10 people live. And I don't know what's going on today. I don't think people realize how big this Argentina news is. It's crazy. So many opportunities today. I don't know where you all are, but all right. You could have already made a lot of money pre-market in Argentina, and there's probably a lot more left to be made. Okay, so anyway, Peloton. Peloton, you have resistance here, 574. If it breaks 574, then you can see a much bigger move up into the 670, into that gap area. All right, so we'll keep an eye on Peloton. All right, now let's see if we can dig into these charts, because ARGT and Melly, obviously, these are going to be in the top. And in fact, I'm going to move them right to the top, okay? Maybe even ahead of CRISPR. So ARGT and Melly. So let's look at Melly chart in a second. Wait, one other thing I want to mention on Argentina. There's been some stuff going around on social media that this president who's just elected is pro-Bitcoin. So Bitcoin started surging. But then I've seen some contradictory information that, no, this is just made up and Bitcoin people making it up. It's not really true. So I don't know the truth, but I do know 38,000 is a big level on Bitcoin. So just something to keep an eye on. It's down from 24 hours ago, 0.6%, but I think it's pretty up since Friday close. Let me just see. Can I see this? Friday close, 17. Yeah, we're up. Yeah, it's up like $900 or so since Friday. So also something to keep an eye on. Let me just check my crypto list. Yeah, we're up nicely since Friday. That's why all the Bitcoin stocks are up. I guess we're up roughly 1.36% from Friday. You can see that from BITO, Mara, Riot, Iron, MicroStrategy, and Coin, all up. So something to keep in mind, especially if Bitcoin crosses 38,000. In fact, you know what I'm going to do just to keep a closer eye on it? I'm going to go to Bitcoin here. I can't find it. Hold on. Let's go to our Bitcoin. And we're going to put it at the top pick so we can watch that a little bit closer. Second. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, we went through the CRISPR chart a little bit. AMAT, we looked at that a little bit. Oh, Boeing. Did we look at the Boeing chart? Yeah, we kind of looked at the Boeing chart. Okay. So ARGT and Melly. Let's look at the Melly chart. All right. Melly, recent high. It just broke that, didn't it? It just broke its recent high, 1485.95. This has come a long way since early this morning. Look at this. All right, let's zoom into this. All right, wow. 440 this morning was 1450. Now we're at 1490, up $40 already. That's something, huh? But guess what? That's only 3%. So let's see. Let's move up. Let's go to a weekly chart here. Let's see what we got. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm gonna go to monthly chart actually. It's a nice breakout here today. So Melly looks like it's breaking out here today above that resistance level of 1485.95. And I'm thinking like somewhere right in here could be in play about 1600 right there. You see, we broke out here, and you're in this. What's the basically the resistance of this congestion zone? That's what like a congestion zone from April, May, June 2021, and the resistance area of that congestion zone is up around 1600. I think that could be in play. Let me just see what that would equate to. We closed at 1448. So we're talking about 150. We're talking about a 10% move. A 10% move would take it to 1600. We're up 2.9% right now. And I think that's certainly possible. Let's go to our Argentina stocks again here. We see the ETF up 13%. Every other stock, 15, 17, 27, 12, 15. Oh, SUPV now is up 30%. Wow. Look at that. Okay. That's like a micro cap, $187 million market cap. Okay. So yeah, I think Melly could be up like 10% today, 1600. Let me just review one more time what they do. All right. Make sure that they have enough Argentina exposure here. Mercado Libre is a Uruguay-based e-commerce business facilitator, e-commerce business facilitator. That's what they do. Of Argentinian origins. All right. That's a little bit of a red flag there. Who cares if your origin is Argentina, right? The e-commerce products enable retail and wholesale via internet platforms designed to provide users with a portfolio of services to facilitate commercial transactions. The company's geographic coverage, and now this is important, includes 18 countries of Latin America. The primary offer is an ecosystem of 6 integrated e-commerce services: the Mercado Libre Marketplace, the Mercado Libre Classified Services, the Mercado Pago Payment Solution, Mercado. So what's their exposure? It's one of 18 countries in Latin America. Okay. So now that I'm just thinking about this out loud, it would make sense that the pure plays do better, right? It would make sense that the YPF, PAM, TGS, these are all the pure plays, from YPF all the way down to GGAL. These are mostly Argentina focused. You see they're up 15 to 30% now. Man, this range just keeps increasing all morning. They're up 15 to 30% now. So I guess it would make sense, Melly, and even if it's up 10%, that still would be underperforming all of these. And also keep in mind the market cap. We're talking about $73 billion for MELI. So I think there's definitely an opportunity. I think a lot of the opportunity was pre-market too. Like that was the easy low-hanging fruit to jump on this stuff early pre-market. So it makes it a lot riskier to say, okay, let me just buy this thing at the open. Makes it a lot harder. But I would say the biggest thing going for it is ARGT is 29%. MELI is 29% of ARGT. On the other hand, I do want to mention ARGT, I only see 18,000 volume. So the dollar amount that's being traded in ARGT is actually a lot less. So 18,000 times $47. I have just under $1 million in ARGT has been traded. You go to Melly, you go to Melly itself, and you have 13,000 times 1480. You got $20 million traded in MELI and only 1 million in ARGT. So it also may be a stretch to say that MELI is going to move. I mean, ARGT is going to move MELI. it could be a little bit of the other way around. One sec. So yeah, it's harder here right now. I really go out of my way, give the early pre-market alerts to everyone because I think a lot of the opportunities, news-based opportunities, you want to take advantage of them as early morning uh, as possible as you can. That's the low-hanging fruit. So it makes my job a little bit harder trying to give you ideas for 9:30 a.m. open. But I just do think ARGT and Melly are the highest, are the best quality ones. And if you do any of these other ones, I think all of these are in play. And I guess we'll look at them. Maybe we'll look for pullbacks. Like at this point, what are you going to do? Like if we see, we're going to be monitoring this whole list, right? So if all of a sudden we see YPF down up only 5%, but it was up 27% in pre-market, like those are the things I'll be looking for after we open at 9:30. Is are any of these were up huge? Are they pulling back hard? Are they getting near gap fill or something like that? And then that may be an opportunity to jump in. But let's just look at this. Everything is now approaching 20%. Man, I wish I was actively trading. I'm not right now. Right, I'm here. That's why I extended the show. I'm able to extend the show through 10 a.m. I'm only trading in my retirement account right now. So I have a little more time to spend with you. But man, I wish I was, because I would have been all over this stuff early pre-market. Okay. Wow, look at this. Okay, so we'll go back to our top picks. All right, top picks. All right, let's just move Bitcoin here so we can monitor it. It's not kind of in the way of my eyes. All right. So we got the ARGT, the Melly, CRISPR. Don't forget those levels, 72 and then 79-ish on CRISPR. AMAT, I'm pretty hopeful about because it hasn't moved a lot. It's like, how do you jump on these ones that have moved a ton in pre-market? But AMAT, mid 150s, I believe it was, potentially in play today, this week, whenever it catches up to its pre-earnings price. I think that's in play. It's 9:27 a.m. All right, if there's any questions, any tickers you want me to look at, just throw it in chat right now, and I'll see if I can comment on it. Be careful of the spread in MELI. It's 1482 by 1494. It's a $12 spread. So careful with that. Just go back to the Argentina list. Any laggards here? If there's any laggards, maybe PAM. PAM is only up 15%. It was like, hey, let's see what I put that alert in here. Hold on. So I was trying to find you laggards this morning. You guys got to wake up early for this. Here we go. PAM and TGS were up 11 and 13% when I gave that alert that YPF was up 25%. PAM and TGS 11 and 13. Where are they now? Now they're 15 and 19, 15 and 18. Let's see if we can look at some charts. I don't know the charts matter too much. It's just it's going to be a mad rush. People just want exposure. $44 is up here right now. Let's go. That's PAM. Let's look at a few of these charts. YPF, the best performing one is, let's look at what this chart looks like. Let's go weekly. We are at 1360. Oh, interesting, because look at this. I would say that all of these stocks, wow, oh my gosh, that's why it's up so much. For whatever reason, it's been down so much, and political situation can, wow, look at this here. YPF 16. Did this see $16 today? Maybe, man. Maybe I could see 16. That's crazy. It's what is it now? It's 1350, up 26%. Could it be up 50% today? Maybe. Possibility. Okay, I think there's that possibility that, like I said, the open's a little bit tough, but we're going to have open green candles, which means what you're seeing here is going to be even higher by the close, I believe, for most of these. Up 18, 15, 20, 23. We could see 30, 40, 50% gains here by the end of the day in a lot of these, potentially. So, all right, we're going to have our top picks list, where I can't put all the Argentina stocks in one list, but I'm going to be toggling back and forth, looking for opportunities, looking for relative strength. So it's 9:29 a.m., so you know our game. Right now, our top picks are ARGT, Melly, CRISPR, AMAT, Boeing. I don't know about Boeing. Forget about Boeing. Okay, maybe. All right, maybe Boeing. Here we go. Maybe Lilly. We're going to be monitoring Boeing and Lilly. We're open. So our goal here between 9:30 and 10 a.m. is to see if we want to make any changes to this ARGT. One thing I want to see is nice liquidity in ARGT, as it was not very liquid this morning. So I'd love to see a lot of volume come in and hold this 12% move here. All right, we can see a lot of liquidity come into ARGT and hold this big gap up. That bodes well, I think, for MELI, M-E-L-I, okay? Palantir above 52-week high. I just got an alert on that. All right, so our goal here between now and 10 a.m. is to try to find relative strength. There's the AMAT. See, AMAT, I had an instinct there that might be the best, because here we go on AMAT. Let's go AMAT. You got to move AMAT right to the top now, validating my thesis there. That would kind of be the best risk reward to play, because it was not up like everything else, and I'm looking at potentially a move to 155 in a swing time frame. AMAT, we're going to move to the top of the list here. Okay. Move AMAT to the top of the list. CRISPR, Friday's close. Look at Friday's close as support level. All right. Check that. I just want to focus on, let me check Argentina stocks for a second. 30, 17, 19. Okay. So don't see any big pullbacks. Everything's still up like 15 to 20% here. Agro and Arco, they're moving anyway, right? Even though who cares about a McDonald's franchisee all over Latin America? But they're part of saying. Let's see if we can find a support level in MELI. Let's see. Here we go. Nice. That level is actually nice. 1462. Is that what it touched? This is not a bad area, because look at that early pre-market resistance was right here, and it was also, is that, hold on. Yeah, it was right in this area Friday. Not a bad area. This could be interesting here. MELI to pick up a little bit around 1460. So that's something to look at. I like that. I like this area here on MELI. Boeing, there we go. Boeing, well, should have kept it in the top 5 instead of 4, instead of just watching it. All right, let's look at the chart on Boeing. With that big upgrade they got. Wow, Boeing looks nice, huh? So I don't know. Like I said this morning, Boeing, nice place to pick some up. As far as trading it, I don't really see a clear target for the day. But that's a nice catalyst, like I said, to pick some up. Maybe I'll actually do that. I don't know, in my retirement account in a bit here after things settle down. All right, let's flip back to Argentina. Everything is still, Loma looks like it may have pulled back. Only up 12%. 776 million market cap. Too small. I don't like that market cap here. MELI's looking good here on 1460, I think. ARGT holding its own, up 10%. I think MELI's looking good here. Let's go back to our top picks. Look at Boeing, man. I just don't know what the target on Boeing would be. Let's see. All right. Beautiful chart. $214. Got a gap here. Up there in the 220 area. What's this gap? What's the low day here? 221. Something to consider. 221 gap on Boeing. Remember, one thing that I said Friday is we don't want to make too many judgments within the first few minutes. Usually it's around 10:30 that it really becomes clear what's going to be good for the rest of the day. All right. Well, let's say 9:45 to 10. I've noticed, yeah, like 9:45 to 10:30. It can happen as early as 9:45. So you don't want to make too many quick judgments. A lot of noise in the early hours here. Melly looking good, looking like it's finding that bottom there at 1460. I really like seeing ARGT still up 10%. Yeah, Melly looking good. I think we found their bottom. All right, so Melly looking good. We're going to keep that probably up in the top 5. Let's look at Applied Materials for a second. I like seeing that spike here. It's 150. We're in the gap. We're in the gap already. 51. Why that must have been a pre-market. Okay, I got to keep AMAT in the top 5. AMAT and Melly looking really interesting for the top 5 to me right now. And of course, CRISPR guy. So we're going to go AMAT and Melly, just moving things around a little bit. AMAT, Melly, and CRISPR. Uber just hit another 52-week high, it looks like. Uber and Palantir, you guys can look at that if you're interested. Both solid companies. Uber, I think better valuation. CRISPR, high a day here, 70. So we got CRISPR in the top 5 looking for 72. Melly looks like it's found its bottom here. I keep on monitoring ARGT to make sure that Melly is going to hold its own at up 10%. Remember, they're 29% of ARGT is in Melly. Okay. Let's see. Boeing, Lilly. Oh, 595 was that key level on Lilly. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Yeah, man. That's beautiful. Okay. CRISPR above 70 is beautiful. All right. So now we're making some changes. I don't know about Boeing. It might do well today. It just doesn't speak to me for some reason. It seems like maybe more of an opportunity for a long-term buy. 9:37 a.m. Moving Lilly up there, 597 now. Beautiful. Melly, high of day, almost. 1470s. Uranium, 52-week high on uranium ETF. Uranium stocks are exploding. So let's make some changes here. Melly, CRISPR, Lilly. Melly, yeah, baby. CCJ, uranium stock, 52-week high. All right. Still got ARGT up 10%. Let's check the Argentina list. YPF nailed up 34%. The other energy companies up 20%. PAM and TGS. So 3 energy companies I found in Argentina. So Melly, CRISPR, watch Lilly above 595. We can get now to 600 maybe and towards the 52-week high. 600. Then this is your area of congestion there. That's going to be a big battle at 610, 611 before we get to the 52-week high on Lilly. Lilly's looking good. Melly looking good. Now, Novo Nordisk as well, heading towards its highs. Lilly and Novo Nordisk, I like seeing this validation too. Oh, wow. Lilly looks, and Novo Nordisk looks beautiful. All right. Excellent. Lilly and Novo are kind of together. They're going to do the same thing. Lilly's more interesting from an options perspective. All right. So now I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like these top 5 right now. So top 5. What's the macro doing? Yeah, all these 52-week highs we saw coming on Uber and Palantir. That's because Nasdaq's up 0.5% and RK's up 1%. Okay. So now, what do we have here? We have ARGT still up 11%. Melly, near high of day. CRISPR, high of day. All right. So, where's AMAT, man? Come on. Expected a little more out of AMAT. Pull back a little bit. Let's see the chart. So hit 150, pull back a little bit. 5-day here. Uzi. Here we go. Melly, top of the list. Here we go. 52. I mean, Hive Day right now. We're at Hive Day on Melly right now. 1474. So Melly, CRISPR, Lilly, Novo, Applied Materials, top 5. It's 9:40 a.m. We're 10 minutes in. So we still have another 20 minutes or so to change your mind or to adjust. Let's look at Argentina again. Wow, YPF. What did I say? It could see 16, 50% today. Look at that, straight up on YPF. If you look at the, like I said, if you look at this longer term chart, it's actually not even a big move. Look at this. Just 6 months ago, we're at 16.19. So yeah, looks like we're going to get those open green candles. Look at these energy. Man, I don't think it's too late to have exposure to some energy Argentina stock. PAM, TGS, look at these. They're really catching up now. So yeah, I think that might be good. Look at these. Everything's up 20% plus. Bodes well for Melly, but still, YPF, PAM, TGS may not be too late to have some exposure in these. You're talking, wow, we're getting close to 50% at YPF. There it goes. PAM, TGS. There they go, man. 23%. These are all at Hive Day. YPF, PAM, TGS. All right. So these are already, okay, I'm going to move these to the top of the Argentina list because we already have ARGT and the other one that we're monitoring. So I think these are the most exciting Argentina stocks. It's the energy sector, clearly differentiating yourself. I think that thesis we had this morning about how energy is the most negatively impacted in socialist government. So that's obviously then seeing the greatest moves. So look at that. Absolutely. Look at this. Looks like we're getting there. SMR nuclear energy up 5%. YPF, their Hive Day 40%, 41%. Looks like that 50% coming true. All right. So while we continue, look at CRISPR. Lilly hit 600. Beautiful, beautiful. Starting to really like her top 5. Melly, CRISPR, Lilly, Novo looking good, but man, you got to get some energy exposure here. PAM, TGS, 25%. Man, I wish I was able to day trade. I would have been all over these Argentina stocks early this morning. ARGT, high of day, basically. Our ETF is near high of day. So Melly is also near high of day. Look at CRISPR heading to 72. All right, let's go to CRISPR. Let's zoom in and see what we got with this test of 72. There we go. CRISPR 71.90 was a pre-market high. Like I said earlier, I think you can expect if it touches that, you can expect a pullback. I doubt it slices right through it like a hot knife through butter. I doubt that. Anything can happen, but we're approaching that 71.90, and then I think you'll probably see a pullback, and then hopefully a retest, and then hopefully we break it on the retest and we head towards 79. So here we go, 71.72 on CRISPR, and I'm sure those Argentina energy stocks are probably exploding. Here goes 185. All right, let's take a look at some Argentina energy stocks while we monitor CRISPR here. There we go. They keep on going up. YPF 42%, PAM 25%, TGS 25%, Argentina energy. Good to have some exposure there. So our top picks here, basically 9:45 a.m. We got 15 minutes left. You know what? I got to do this. I got to take these and put them on our main list. Okay, to monitor. So it's going to be YPF, PAM, and TGS. All right. So now, okay, as we have Melly a new high. Okay, now we get our top picks. Let's edit this a little bit. So we have Melly at the top. We got CRISPR trying to tag 72 now. All right. Then after that, I'm going to Argentina stocks and then Lilly and AMAT. Okay, here we go. Now we got a nice list cooking. Melly, CRISPR. Let's go to percentage. There we go. Melly, 2%. Why is it the top one? I mean, if you're playing it with options, then that could be fun. All right, so 2%. But CRISPR, 5.5%. Got rejected right at 72. Look at that. Right at 72 while we weren't looking. Got rejected there at 72 like we predicted. That's your initial rejection. Don't know how far it's going to pull back. Let's zoom in. Don't know about that. Oh, look at that. If it breaks 72, yes, baby. Come on, break 72. Break it. Then we could head broke 72. Broke 72. Now we could be headed to $79. CRISPR up 6%. It's up like 6 to 10% each and every day. Look at that. CRISPR, $72 on its way, I think, to 79 swing time frame. I don't know about today. All right. This is great. Man, can't these things happen like a day? Like, can I have CRISPR go to 72 to 79 today so I could sell some and then add some Argentina stocks in my IRA this morning? All right, let's check out those Argentina stocks. We are now up. Where are they? Oh, YPF has got to be the first one. And okay. All right. So CRISPR on its way. 72 is now support. So 72 is now support. Melly's still looking great here, up 12%, but I guess we gotta move CRISPR up. 946. We broke 72, so I guess we gotta move it up. All right. So CRISPR, Melly, then our energy names, YPF, TGS, PAM, then Lilly over 600. Oh, that's a huge thing too. What's better, Argentina Energy or Lilly? I gotta go Lilly. It's just safer. Lilly's safer, and it's something if you're wrong, you can just hold it in your long-term IRA. All right. So what's going on with Applied Materials? Come on. That's my sleeper play. Looking for a surprise move later this afternoon, maybe. Take it to the 150s. All right. So, all right, let's see. We got to move Lilly up because it's over 600. Got to do that. So CRISPR, Melly, then we go Lilly, and then and Novo are doing the same thing. All right, so it's just as good as Lilly, I think. Lilly's probably better though because of the recent news. And then okay, let's see it this way. Okay, so now CRISPR top of the list because we broke 72. Melly still top of the list because ARGT is basically at high of day. All right, up $30. You can see that. Why that's a good one for options if you could do it. CRISPR, high of day, beautiful. Okay, so now we got, let's go to percentage. So we got CRISPR, Melly, Lilly 601, beautiful. Then we have the three energy names in Argentina, followed by AMAT, who might be our sleeper here this afternoon. I think that's, yeah, we don't need Boeing today. We don't have Bitcoin. Peloton, I guess we're trying to monitor that. NVIDIA has earnings tomorrow. We didn't have a chance to talk about that. SMCI, I think 298. Yeah, too big resistance level at 298 to watch, but who cares about all that? Wow, Celsius finally on the move. Celsius finally on the move, but if you get the 5-day chart, it's just a little bit of a chop. $54.50, $54.42, 54.50 is your price target on Celsius. I'm gonna move Celsius up. This is just a technical rebound, I mean, after great earnings. There's Celsius. All right, so we're going to move Celsius up. Come on. We're going to put it up ahead of Novo. Okay. Because we already have Lilly there, as we said. CRISPR. You know, this CRISPR, remember that first day the thing was down and we got like faked out a little bit. We're looking, like you said, okay, gap fill, But man, it was shocking that it went red. So here's another. Could this just be a fake out? 72. We said 72 is now your support because it was resistance pre-market. Could just be a fake out. Like we got faked out by like 50 cents or so on the first day on CRISPR. So maybe this is nothing. Another thing to watch is that 21-minute moving average. So maybe as long as it's over this, I guess you're still bullish. All right. So now back below 72. So looking for that to break back above. So it's not clean. I wish this was cleaner. Unfortunately, it's not. ARGT still hanging in there near high a day, which bodes well for Melly. Let's look at Melly. There we got 10 minutes. You see this line here? This is the 50 period moving average on the 1 minute frequency. That could be an important level for Melly. And then, of course, you're going to have resistance at pre-market high of 1492 on Melly. So keep that in mind. Let's move to the daily chart for a second. If we break 1492, then where do we go? I think we said, can we be up 10% today? I guess anything's possible. Let's see. Novo's a high of day, which means Lily probably is. Do I have Lily on my screen? I do. Lily's a high day. Okay. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to take a closer look at Lily with Melly at high of day now. Okay, Lily broke our 600 level. And yeah, man, we got this big kind of gap in here. I wish I could remove pre-market easily. I want to go into the settings, but actually, let's go to the day chart on this. Come on. Okay. Excuse me. Looks like Bitcoin's at high of day too. So, okay, Lily's looking great. Lily's looking great for 620s, but it's got that resistance first. It's got the gap to fill, and then this gap right here. Hold on, let me see if I can see this more clearly. I'm having trouble visualizing this here. The daily's a little bit easier to read. So like, see, yeah, that 610 range. You got a bunch of resistance in the 610 range, and then we'll see if we can break it and make a move towards all-time highs. We'll see. So CRISPR back 72 isn't clean, but I guess we got to expect that. CRISPR is very choppy. It's proved that on day one, which is crazy. It went to like $55 on day one. All right, 953. CRISPR still at the top of our list here. You know what? You got to maybe use limit orders on Melly. It's just big spreads. I see it's a $10 spread right now, 1470 by 1480. That's insane. That's insane. 1470 by 1480. Lily. I'm wondering if, let's see, YPF curling back towards high day. I'm wondering if I should put Lily ahead of Melly. It just looks like a cleaner breakout happening right now. It's 954. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put Lily ahead of Melly. So CRISPR, Lily, then Melly. Take an Argentina energy stock, maybe to just hold all day. And then AMAT, we're hoping for that. Celsius monitoring that. Nova's doing what Lily's doing. Okay. 9:54 a.m. Lily. No, I'm sorry. I meant CRISPR is number one. Let's zoom into this now. Let's see. Wow, this is crazy. On Melly, the bid ask, the ask is at the high of day. The ask is at the high of day, and then the bid is $10 lower. That's insane. All right. That is insane. All right, let's go to CRISPR. Let's go to CRISPR. See if our chart is easier to read now. Now we're breaking 72. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. That 72 was big. That 72 was big, baby. All right. So hopefully it'll hold 72. Maybe in a choppy kind of way. We're giving it some room for error. And then we can make our way towards 79.60 on CRISPR. Beautiful. CRISPR number 1. Lilly. 955. Lilly. All right, let's zoom into Lilly. Let's see what we see. Lilly. See, I think Lilly is just an easier chart. Yeah, I'm not sure at the end of the day what's going to do better. Is it going to be Lilly? And you can even look percent. Lilly's up 1.8%. Melly's up 2.2%. Not sure. I really don't know what's going to be up better. But Lilly looks like a cleaner chart. See that 20 period moving average on the 1 minute? It's like riding up that line. So maybe you could play this just riding up the line. And Melly's just a little, it's harder because of the chop. Let's see. I mean, the spread. And let's see what Melly looks like. Yeah, it's just not as clean. Look at this. Not as clean. So I think I'm okay putting Lilly ahead of Melly here. Looks like it may be easier to trade. So CRISPR, Lilly, Melly, take your pick on an Argentina energy stock. AMAT, can we get to 155? It hasn't happened yet. It's 9:56 a.m. Let's look at the chart. Not bad, actually. Wow, is that curling back to high day? It is. Beautiful. Oh, nice. I just love my fundamental thesis on this. I really like it. Look at that. Beautiful. You know what? I got to move AMAT up. I'm going to move AMAT up ahead. It's 9:57. Okay, I'm going to move AMAT up ahead these energy stocks. AMAT, I go right here. Okay. Nice. Right into the top 5 now. So CRISPR, Lilly, Melly, and you know what? I'm going AMAT number 2. Catalyst is more near on AMAT. Just happened Friday. So you can see a big bounce back today. The chart looks good too. So CRISPR, AMAT, Lilly, Melly. And I'm watching Celsius. It's just a chop actually though. It's below the 20. I guess you can play this for a move to the 20, but nah, it's not really top 5 compared to everything else we have going on here. Wow, look at IREN. IREN. Crypto must be exploding. Crypto, yeah. Crypto is exploding. I don't have time for that. Crypto's great. Buy crypto, keep it. All right, somebody no one's for crypto. High day on CRISPR, 73. Beautiful. Broke 73. All right. Crypto's great, right? We got so many catalysts, Israel war, Armageddon, Argentina president might like it. You know, apparently there's some other things going on with halvings and who knows, like the ETFs, the BlackRock ETF, lots going on with crypto. Crypto's great. All right. I'm happy I have a nice chunk of that in my IRA now. All right. So we're coming here to the end of our show. CRISPR proving it out. Good thing we made it number 1. Look at that on that 72 break. It was a little bit choppy holding 72, but boom, here it goes. AMAT I'm putting in as kind of a sleeper play. I still like Melly very much here, but the chart's a little bit harder, but definitely in the top 5. And it could, if you're playing optional on this, it could be the biggest winner of the day, potentially. The stock's up $33. You know how these options work. It's crazy. All right, so we're going to lock it in here today. Next time, guys, give me a little more chats in the message in the chat, so I know you're there. If you have any questions, it's a little bit lonely talking to myself for 1 hour. Maybe I'll find a co-host at some point. right up here at 10 a.m. CRISPR, AMAT's like a little bit speculative because you don't really see it too much in the price action yet. So it's a little bit of a leap of faith in my thesis here. But CRISPR, AMAT, Lilly, Melly. I'm just thinking, should Melly be ahead of Melly's? Should that be? It's hard to stand now. I'll leave it here. They're all good, right? Top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I make it 4? And then your energy, please. I kind of made it 4, didn't I? All right. CRISPR, AMAT, Lilly, Melly, maybe some crypto. CRISPR's doing great, man. High a day. 79. Can we see 79 today? That would be beautiful. Okay. Good luck. I'll try to chat in the chat room. Let me know what your thoughts are over there, too. All right. Guys, follow us on twitter.com/storytrading. I'm only going to be able to keep this going and build on it if we grow our community. We don't have enough subscribers, so we're making a push. We're advertising on social media. So please follow us there, like, comment, retweet, help our community grow so I can keep this going. You'll see CRISPR up 8%, flying towards 79. Take care, everyone.